Good morning. Premier Christy Clark is expected to visit the devastated community of Cache Creek later today as the cleanup continues from Saturday's violent storm.
Horrible, horrible. And we don't know when we will be allowed in.
More than 26 millimeters of rain was recorded in Cache Creek in just 1 hour on Saturday, and the village's drainage system just could not keep up. Homes, businesses, streets flooded with water and mud. An evacuation order is in effect for 23 homes, and there's an evacuation alert for about 40 others. Justice Minister Suzanne Anton says residents can apply for disaster financial assistance.
Certainly, we're very motivated and want to be able to help people in Cache Creek, and so that is what the disaster financial assistance will be able to. People will be able to apply to that for coverage for some of their losses.
For how much?
It goes to a maximum of $300,000.
4 feet of debris behind our mobile, and probably 2 feet the rest of the yard. Our fence is ruined. So I just hope that the provincial government will give disaster relief to Cache Creek and help the ones that really need it.
Time is running out for you to submit your ballot in Metro Vancouver's transit plebiscite. Greg Harper joins us now with details on how you can be sure that your ballot gets counted. Greg?
That's right. Good morning, Jody. We're just outside the City Square Shopping Centre here in Vancouver. This is home to one of the transportation and transit plebiscite offices, an office that will likely be quite busy this week. We're just days away now from the deadline. Of course, this has been a 3-month campaign. The proposal here, a 0.5% increase in the provincial sales tax. This is to fund improvements to public transit and our roads, including a new Patello Bridge. The Yes campaign and the No campaign have both been heard here. And Canada Post is saying that anyone who's wishing to get their vote in should stick it in the mail today. Elections BC needs your ballot by 8 p.m. this Friday. That's the deadline.
We must have that completed ballot package in hand at 8 p.m. on Friday, May 29th, in order for it to be counted. Anything received after that time period will not be counted.
If you're unable to get your ballot in the mail today and you want to vote, you can still do that, but you'll need to drop it off at one of the plebiscite offices. There are 9 of them in total. You can find those locations on the Elections BC website. At last count, Elections BC has received nearly 655,000 ballots. That's not quite 42%. Jody?
All right. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from City Square. In other news, a Victoria area man has been convicted on 2 counts of animal cruelty after his dog was found badly beaten with a baseball bat. The BC SPCA says the female pit bull mix was in such bad shape she could barely walk. Now, after months of recovery, she's able to walk again and has been adopted by a foster family. Joseph White has been released on bail pending sentencing. A man and a woman pursued after a high-speed chase through the streets of New Westminster, Burnaby, and Vancouver has been arrested in Alberta. The couple was considered armed and dangerous after allegedly pointing a gun in the face of a New Westminster police officer on Royal Avenue last week. Their vehicle was later found abandoned in Vancouver. Police say the pair was arrested early Sunday in Camrose, Alberta. People living in Vancouver's West End, Cole Harbour, and Yaletown neighbourhoods will be discussing the future of health care in the downtown core tonight. The town hall meeting comes after the announcement of the closure of St. Paul's Hospital and the closure of downtown Vancouver's only ambulance station. Providence Healthcare is planning to build a new facility in East Vancouver near Main and Terminal. The new building is expected to open on the 18.5-acre site by 2022 at a cost of $1.2 billion. The current St. Paul's land on Burrard Street is assessed at $370 million. There's a new top cop in town. Former Vancouver Police Chief Jim Chu has officially stepped down, leaving Adam Palmer in charge of the force. Change of command ceremony was held yesterday with more than 1,000 officers present. Palmer started with the force in 1987, spent the first 13 years of his career patrolling East Van, and was named Police Officer of the Year in 1994. He's now the 31st Chief Constable in the Vancouver Police Department's 129-year history. Palmer was born and raised in Vancouver and hopes to follow in Jim Chu's footsteps.
Well, Jim Chu set a really good footprint for the Vancouver Police Department, and I'm happy to keep following that right now. My 2 priorities going forward right now are getting out, continuing those community contacts that Jim had with the community, because he's done an exceptional job with that, and also getting out talking to the frontline members and connecting with my people.
Decision on a controversial and very expensive piece of art proposed for Vancouver's Hastings Park has been deferred. The Vancouver Park Board says it wants to wait until after public consultation before approving a $450,000 structure. Cost, scale, siting, and safety concerns have all been raised. A public meeting is set for July 18th. Funding is expected to come out of the city's public arts program. Of course, we're talking about those big blue and yellow bleachers proposed for the Empire Stadium site.